Liebe Fight Fans, neben mir Cyril Diabate, der hier bei UFC auf Anthony Parrish treffen wird. Cyril, you're fighting Anthony Parrish. First of all, tell us something about your preparation.
My training camp went well. Trained in the Snake team in Paris, France, with all my guys. Small injury in the mid preparation, but it all ended well, so perfect.
What do you know about Anthony?
Anthony's a world-class grappler. He's been doing BJJ for a very long time. He's had a few podiums in that area, and obviously he's going to be trying to take the fight to the ground where he's strongest. And I'm going to try and stand up and strike with him.
After your last fight, you got back on the winning streak. But some people are talking about, oh, he could finish the fight and go to decision. What do you think about that?
You know, I think my record speaks for itself. I have most of my wins by knockout. When I fight, I try and knock my opponents out as much as possible. Steve Cantwell was a very tough opponent. He came well prepared, and I wasn't able to knock him out. That's what there is to say about it. You know, I tried my hardest to knock him out. He didn't go down, and it wasn't. I don't feel it was my fault in trying to stall the fight or not go for the finish. I tried as much as possible. It wasn't possible, so I went for a decision win.
Is there a special motivation that you will now finish the fight quickly?
No, you know, that's always a motivation. I always go into a fight to knock my opponents out. So I'm not going to try any more than I usually do. I'm going to go in there and try and do my thing. And if it goes my way and if I do the right thing, he'll go down.
Many European fighters are going to the US to prepare there for a fight. You are still training in France. Why don't you go to something like that, follow their footsteps?
I believe I have a very strong camp, very talented fighters. Even though most of them aren't on a UFC level yet or aren't there yet, I believe it's good to have people that support you no matter what. You know, you have it's good to go to a team where people are strong technically and physically, but it's also good to have people that are with you 100% no matter what and support you in everyday life as well. And that's what I've got in the Snake team. I've got very talented fighters that are good technically and physically, but are also there with me every day. You know, they're part of my family. They're very good friends, close friends, and that's very important for me as well.
In France, it's very equal that in Germany they don't allow to show MMA on TV. Can you tell us something about the situation in France? Is it getting better or more worse?
I think we're eventually getting to a point where people are realizing and understanding MMA more and more, and understand that it is a sport, a combat sport. It is a violent sport, but it is a sport. It's not street fighting. It's not people going into a cage and just ripping each other's heads off. There is, you know, technique involved. There is hard training involved, and these guys are pure athletes that respect each other. So people are trying to a lot of martial arts federations are trying to badmouth us, you know, and especially the karate and judo federations, which are the biggest martial arts federations in France. But you know, the general public is realizing little by little that, you know, MMA is a martial arts with all the values and you know, discipline and respect, and eventually we're going to be authorized. It's just a matter of time.
Looking forward to the future. In 1 year, the UFC will come to France?
I hope so. I hope so. That's my biggest dream. If I could fight on a UFC card in Paris, it'd be, you know, an accomplishment.
Last question. We talk about your team, Team Snake. Is it very difficult to train a team and be a fighter by yourself?
Yeah, it's definitely very hard because when you're a fighter, when you're training for a fight, you've got to be very selfish and think about your training camp and yourself 100%. Whereas when you're a trainer, you're giving a lot. You've got to give 100% your energy, your passion, and your time to other people. So it's very hard for me to do both those roles 100%. But I try my best when I'm in a training camp from one of my fights. I try to shut myself off from everything else in the gym, and it's not always possible, but I try my best. I'm still the team manager and team trainer, so it's hard, but it's also something I want to accomplish. I want to be successful as a fighter and as a trainer. So it's hard, but it's doubly hard, but I'm trying my best.
Cyril, thank you very much for doing this interview. Wish you the best and hope to speak to you after the fight.
Okay, thank you very much.